In this video, I want to share how I personally use the new Nucleus Bloom tool to get more consistent and cleaner brews. For me, Bloom isn't about adding another step just for the sake of it. It's about preparing the coffee bed properly before water ever touches it. When the bed is even, extraction feels calmer, flow improves, channeling drops, and the cup becomes clearer and more balanced. Bloom has three parts: the straight needles, the fan needles, and the flow tip. I usually use all three when I'm brewing with a V-shaped dripper. For flatbed drippers, I stick to just the straight and fan needles. Let me walk you through how I use it. Step 1. Preparing the coffee bed. I start by adding my coffee to the dripper. Then I twist the top until I hear a click. That opens the straight needle position. I insert the bloom into the coffee bed and gently move it clockwise and anti-clockwise for about 5 to 15 seconds. At this stage, I'm not rushing. I'm just breaking up clumps and releasing any dense pockets in the coffee grounds. You can already feel the bed becoming lighter and more even. Step 2. Fan needle stage. Without taking the bloom out, I twist it clockwise to open the fan needles. I always do this while the bloom is still inside the coffee bed, usually at the deepest point in the dripper. This is one of my favorite parts. As the needles open towards the walls, the coffee bed starts to lift. Lighter particles like chaff and silver skin rise naturally on the surface. I continue the same gentle motions for another 5 to 15 seconds, slowly moving upward. By the end, the bed feels aerated, evenly distributed, and ready to receive water. Step 3. Using the flow tip. The flow tip is something I mainly use with V-shaped drippers. What it does is shape the center of the brew bed so it matches the depth of the walls. This helps me avoid dry spots during the bloom phase, those areas that trap gas and later cause big uneven bubbles. The depth lines guide me depending on dose. Under 10 grams, I use the first line, 10 to 15 grams, the second line, and 20 grams or more, the third line. I make a small controlled circular motion to form the divot, then finish with a gentle press to keep it shaped. Step 4. Brewing. Now I'm ready to brew. I start pouring directly into the center until the water reaches the top of the bed. Once the divot is fully saturated, I move outward in a slow circular pour to evenly wet the rest of the grounds. When I compare this to an unprepared bed, the difference is very clear. A bloom-prepared bed produces smaller, more even bubbles and degasses smoothly. Without preparation, the bubbles are larger, uneven, and the bloom feels more chaotic. And that's how I use the bloom in my own brewing. It's a simple step, but it changes how the coffee behaves, and for me, that always shows up in the cup. Thank you for watching and happy brewing!